Now I'm going to give the floor to Libera, a national and international network of association, movement, and groups with a headquarters in Italy, involved in a commitment not only against mafia, corruption, crimes, but also for social justice and equality. Libera is the partner responsible for the working group on social rights and the social pillar. Now I'm giving the floor to Giulia Baruzzo, the representative of the organization. Giulia?
Thank you very much, Caterina, and thank you very much also to Valentina to share my presentation during this morning. Thank you also for this opportunity to be part of this important project. And as Caterina mentioned, for Libera, the commitment is about the social rights in gender equality. I'm the program manager for the European desk in the international department of our association. And so we have also tried to focus on the European level of this specific topic. We have tried to promote a qualitative research on how to improve the future of European Union in gender perspective. And next slide, please. Our work is focused on three very important steps. First of all, we have created our working group, focused, of course, on gender equality in the social dimension. We have involved many European networks. The most important is the Chance Network, our European network composed by more than 15 organizations around Europe, and other feminist networks, civil society organizations, NGOs around Europe. And this is the focus of today, we have created a specific survey on gender equality new politics, and this survey was submitted in all the European Union and not only, we will see also where. And this survey is the base on which we will create our toolkit to support all the civil society organizations around Europe to create some guidelines and try to promote awareness on the topic. Then the last but not least action that we would like to promote together with our working group is the creation of our action plan to present to European institutions, in particular European Parliament, some action that we would like to promote together with European institutions. Next slide, please. To understand better our survey, it was composed with many different type of questions, but it was very fast to submit. So we have tried to promote online, of course, among our networks and also other networks. Can you hear me?
Yes, sure.
Oh, sorry. Okay, next slide, please. The structure of our network was divided in 4 sections. First of all, some general personal information, try to understand all the respondents of the survey. Then about the gender equality means and sense of everyone. And then some questions about European politics on the topic. Of course, in the perspective of the Conference of Europe and the Resilience and Recovery Fund. The final part was very important because we have tried to ask to our participants some suggestions for the future of Europe. And of course, we will see some of these answers in this presentation. Next slide, please. In particular, the participants were, for the most of the part, female, and the average was from 18 to 35 category, and about 100 people have responded to our survey. Next slide, please. This is the list of the countries that have participated to our survey. Of course, we have tried to involve also not only European member states, but also citizens from potential candidates for EU membership, because in a very European perspective, it was fundamental also to involve our European partners that are not already part of the European Union, but they are collaborating a lot in very important projects. Next slide, please. The most important social right that we have underlined with these survey results was the right to just, safe, and a healthy working condition. So the right to have good employment, and all the respondents have underlined that the workplace is one of the levels of society most affected by gender-based discrimination. Next slide. Another important result was to underline that when we have asked about general awareness in Europe on the topic, all the people underline that it's very difficult to be aware about policy initiative implemented by European Union on gender equality, and that they would like to have the opportunity to know more about these European initiatives. Next slide. Linked to the previous slides, another important result was that the awareness on the topic is very linked about the tools, communication tools, and also European communication tools on gender equality. So that would be important to improve this commitment from the European Union. Next slide. And of course, linked to our social pillar, having involved a lot of civil society organizations around Europe, we have tried also to underline the important role of civil society organizations in this promotion. Many of the respondents underlined that this is a cultural issue, so the civil society organization has an important role, and also that they would like to improve a gender equality campaign, a communication campaign that can involve a lot of European citizens. Finally, the potential of involving directly civil society organization more and more in the future would be to have also a local impact and not only a national or European one. Next slide. Only to see together some of the important suggestions that some respondents has shared with us. Another more important point was the internationality needs that have to be taken into account when we are speaking about this topic. Also, I have seen in the previous presentation of our partner that this is a main point to underline also in our future action of the project. Next slide, please. To consider finally at communication level the importance of social network. Of course, also the majority of our participants were young people, but again, the importance also to have a very direct impact was linked to the use of social networks for this topic. Finally, some very briefly inputs from our respondents. Again, the international perspective, some educational tools to be promoted together with also the educational organization and not only civil society organization, and try to have this gender perspective also in the policy making. Then one of the proposals was to create an independent international team with professionals that can improve this gender focus aspect, and also the use again of multimedia. After this slide, only to see the future of our work. Of course, coronavirus pandemic has a very important role also in our country, in Italy, and this was a very important result of our survey, because the gender pay gap was again more important after this COVID-19. Last slide, only to see how we will improve this project together with our partners. After collecting all these survey results, we will create this toolkit for supporting civil society organization raising awareness on gender equality. We are organizing very monthly meetings with our working group organization. And finally, on November, we would like to have the presentation also of the action plan at European level, try to create an on-site and online event to permit to participate to everyone who would like. Thank you very much for your attention. We are available for any questions.
Thank you again for this excellent analysis on social rights. Your contribution to the debate has been very laudable.